Well, good morning, friends. There's a lot of stuff to be done now. Makora. Good name for it. Makora. What a mess planet. Try to make a little warlock here. But I fear that it may not work. I don't want to make any slime in there. What a utter mess. Itty bitty here. I feel we could get into one shot. We should seal this up earlier. I'm blowing that shot. Yeah. Those boulders. Bit rough. One deal. We're starting to get this one done. Cleared the space out. Hydrogen up soon. Power. Norma. Sorry. Farming world. We have 2 wheat fibers. It's enough for an atmosphere. This is our one Greco that we used. Petroleum power now. Natural gas. Gotta start burning it off. There's so much saved up. Brings this to 1,000. 1,000's fine. Only when it's saturated. Go, Mr. Sweepy. Let Mr. Sweepy work over here for a while. Be good there, I think. We need to make some more aluminum. Aluminium. Pretty sure I sent it all to Noah. Yeah. And this is the problem, child. World. Too cold. Cold. Chlorine gas vent there. Decent amount of water still. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this. I just lost a dupe. Dude, him being dumb. Running back and forth oxide. Oh. I like having this oxide here in this water for later. Temperature's the big problem here. Let's uproot this one, this one. Go back there. It should be warm enough. Too far. We have shipped enough water. For the most part. Ship a little bit more, but I'm exporting water to here. Still planning the line. Probably take that guy. Ponteel's big problem is they're not building enough. They just don't have enough here. They have builders. Any builders? Look at that strength. Jeez. These are actually pluses. He's a really good guy. He's a farmer. They could use a farmer. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna give them the farmer. It takes care of the problem there. Now they can focus on what they're best at. I'm gonna put a joint plate here. I'll hook it into the grid. I should have landed near the lander on this one. A lot of radiation here, but it's also always close to oxygen. I don't think it would have been any better though. Not any warmer, and that's the problem. We also need to fix this whole thing here. Alright, Makora. I managed to trap a Pluck Slug in here. It's elderly. Does it have much time to live? 6 more cycles. Should be enough time. No any salt. Found any salt, that doesn't really matter. Send salt here. Managed to consolidate most of the water. Oh, the gold. This is stuff we need. We can build steam turbines out of the gold if we can get some. Get this water right now. Access to this water would be amazing. Block buckets grow in any atmosphere, any polluted water. Oh, that's right up our alley. Temperature. To 30. I don't want to get too far away from the living spaces, but I think this area down here is fairly ideal for that. Right even here. We can use this water that's trapped over here. There's no way we're getting through this abyssalite soon, and I'd like to get Aku and these swamp shards. So, I'm making more of these. It should create enough of a lip there for us. Let's let them take care of this whole thing. Could be a while. Let us clear this hydrogen out. Good job, dupes. We may not even need this telescope anymore. I don't think there's anything you can do now that we've mapped out this diamond area. Although it can hit the asteroids with blast shot, so maybe we keep it for a bit. A lot of food we're storing up. Not as much as here, though. I deep freeze all over the place. All the sleep we think you're picking up. I think we should start exporting it out. Should we make an automated railway here? Ship it on over. Nah, we got guys who are idle. I don't think that's a problem. Hello there, Nagna. Nagna Zmnyan. Well, at least we can get through abyssal light. Well, we have hydrogen power. Okay, let's figure out what we're going to do with this space now. And I feel like we have to pretty much use it from here on. It's a good spot for a transformer. What do we need now? Our big pressing concern right now. Food, right? Hydrogen gas should be coming up fairly hot. I could let it vent right into here and go up. Base. It would produce a significant amount of heat. I think I'm going to do that. I've never really vented it like that before, however. I think that might be a good idea at this point. I don't exactly have the right digging, though. I need the right digging. Really need very hard. We get the process started, though. Also, I need to get this water and this water over here. Make this a bigger reservoir. If I can get an asteroid pad down, or a rocket pad down on one of these places, we start sending rockets with. Can't send them back the right stuff either. Carbon dioxide's a little crazy. Maybe Makora can do it. A bunch of carbon dioxide, we don't have anything to do down there. You guys are excreting hydrogen constantly. But let's solve the food problem first. Okay. Ellie is starving. Another oxyferin seed. Although we're doing a pretty good job of leaving the carbon dioxide. Got it kind of falling this way and funneling. Put a farm tile down there. And this set of... I think we should put a tile here. Can't afford to push the carbon dioxide down. We need it to fall this way. Too much food. Guess I'm making it in the mush barn. Until this heats up hot enough, we're gonna have problems. Although with this, I could probably tepidize the water. That seems like kind of a problem, though. 960 watts that you need. Let's overload one circuit. I don't have the... That's a long way from the power grid, too. Another nullifier in here. I hate to leave these guys straight up idle. Go ahead and cut our way through here. You know, it's sucrose. And the sulfur. Sulfur is super important to have. Gotta keep them busy for a while. We're gonna use this for something. This volcano later on. And we don't have no magma here, but we can use it for something. We are overproducing food. With mealwood. And these crops for now. I think we're really overproducing. We have the lettuce too. That's a lot. Alright, the carbon's filtering down where we need it to be now. Hopefully this is a digger. It is. 3 Drecklet eggs though. Man. Oh, we need a digger. There. Exactly what we need. Okay, go get it, Marie. Marie's a good digger too. I'm going to give her... We picked up a farmer already. We just picked up a digger. I'm not going to make her a digger now with 2 constructors. I'm probably going to make her a carrying. I need food. What do we have in here? Meal-ice, lettuce, oatmeal. Probably going after the better food. Let's not store pickled meal here. Let's store the good stuff now. So yeah, we have perseverance here. Yeah, we have perseverance too. Check it on the Makora. Hey, they got it done. Means we can open this up here. We get this charred. And we'll put a pump right there. Steve, you hungry bastard. Steve, you're the farmer. Go farm, boy. Okay, that should begin to get the food situation under control. And the water lock is done. And we can start doing this here. Consolidating all this water in other places. I think I'd like to get the water out of here first. Then we'll brick this up. That's later though. I believe I don't have temp shift plates. Ew. Temp shift plates, okay. I think we do this. Wow, I don't know. Oh, that's expensive. And it's expensive. That's I guess. Well, the slow heating is not what we want, though. Ice. You can build temp shift plates out of ice? Wow. Very nice. Thank you, Maverick Rock. There we go. Maybe we can get some temperature transfer over to Millwood. We don't normally let the vent just vent out. We need the heat, so we're gonna do. I hate relying on mush. Don't have a choice though. I think I'm gonna brick this up over here for now. An awful lot on this line. Okay. Food situation should sort itself over time now. I have to make some salt here. We start to use this rust. Now you know why we made the wall. All seems pretty fine in Dampina. Just storing up food now. Norama. Look okay too. This reservoir is getting pretty full. I don't know if we need to keep pumping salt water out. Let's turn this one off for now. We'll fill up this reservoir up to the rank, push this carbon dioxide up, and cool all the water down a bit. It's coming in at 25 degrees. Damn it, Allie. Oh, rip Allie. It did suck. But to be fair, she wasn't our digger, was she? At least, Okay, good. Marie's the new digger. Choose the other constructor. That's fine. That's actually... it's a fine loss. He was redundant. Not ideal, but it's not too terrible. I think that I might want to connect these grids up. Oh, there seems to be a lot on that power line. Maybe I can't connect them. I don't really want to run heavy watt wire through the colony. They're already pissed off as it is. Gonna make them even more angry. And this is where our oxygen is coming from, though. I gotta burn this hydrogen off. I'm gonna have to run heavy watt wire. Can't really run it underground. I'm gonna have to run it through the whole base. Run through there. This place is already have horrible decor anyway. We can transform it here for these two. And they'll satisfy that one. And then we need to make another transformer, probably here-ish. And run the line out there. I'll take care of this. Running out of powers. I'll kill Dilly. We'll do this. I've been meaning to widen this out anyway. Alright, that should take care of the problems there. Burn this hydrogen off and free up some dupes time from the manual generators. Otherwise, they're never going to get anything done. I have to make 6 mush bars. Alright, back to Makora. You guys are idle now. We're going to want to put lips on these. I was afraid of that. Come on, Nisbet. Don't let it go into the water supply. Good girl. Okay. That's okay. Damn it, Steve. Yeah, we need it here. You're the digger. And Marie's the digger. Steve is the builder. Okay. We can crush things to salt now. The sand, I mean. We need salt, though. We get sand from here. One of these gives us salt. And not just sand. Really not here, though. Sand's filtration medium is something we need for that deodorizers. I'd like to get some of it up. That ought to be enough for a while. Okay. Some decent dupes. Snoring loudly I'm not a fan of, but what are you going to do? It's a farmer, a suit wearer, and a cook. This is a really good dupe. This is a great dupe. It's a farming dupe. What do we want here? Okay. In Makora, we need... don't really need anything but time in Makora. We do need a farmer, a rancher. Here we have, well, she's got one farming. We have a builder, we have a farmer. I think we're okay in Abundio. We just need time there too. I think Makora. Hey there, Mush. What's up, man? I think we do need her here because we're about to start getting some food. So having her tend to these crops here is probably the best thing for us. Okay, so farming, take over that. And being able to ranch these guys, the plug slugs, later on is going to be very important. We have this hydrogen issue that's going to be rising here and up that we need to address. So somewhere we're going to have to put a hydrogen power generator. Probably going to be right there. You can turn this into a whole room later on. But I know that we have a spaceship here that we can decon for 400 aluminum. We'll use for this battery. We could also refine cobalt, but it seems like a bit of a waste right now. This is starting to get out of hand a little bit. We already have rockets. Yeah, I mean, add CO2 with 5 colonies now. 4 of them, I mean. And we're way past CO2 rockets. I mean, we haven't used a rocket in this one in a while. There's not a lot of need for it. I have a steam vent here. We finally got a directlet. I've got him over in here. And I finally got an egg too. So we'll be starting to make Atmos suits first, and then we can make plastic. I need Atmos suits to colonize Idulibo. I've already sent 2 dupes down to their death. I can't really do one more without an Atmos suit. He's got a long ways to go. It's got to be a digger. Well, it's the volcanoes. They're not hard to tame. It's just the heat. I mean, it's kind of good they're all next to each other because you can contain the heat within that and then ship it off to make steam. Having a very close tile to it seems ideal because it's not like it's a gas. The volcanoes, they just bubble out to the ground, and the ones that are metals, it turns into little tiny blocks of metal like that. It's just really hot. So taming that is probably the easy part for refined metals. Wouldn't be so easy if it was a gas or like a volcano, where it has a lot of volume. But there's really not a lot of volume. Like the metal cools and solidifies extremely quickly. And just use the heat to make steam engines. I could build another hatch center up here. Yeah, well, yeah, I would do that. You could do that. You could box them all, put water in all of it, and then let the water heat up into steam. Or you could use it as part of an aqua tuner setup. I mean, there's a number of things you can do. You want to use the heat ideally. It's not as big as a problem though when it's refined metal, because the heat's concentrated. If you have the heat concentrated in one spot, it's much easier to use. But yeah, definitely get all the heat in one area and then use the heat in that area for something. The same thing if you put magma in one area, you'd be able to use that in some way. This is going to be a pain in the ass to get through, but yeah, this is going to be tough. This sulfur geyser is something we need. So eventually we're going to have to tame this, but that's so far away from that. This planet is where we get all the Dracos. And the plastic, we can make all the plastic we need if we can get this colonized. This planet has something, not sure. Definitely this is going to be the energy planet, Makora. Once you get to steam power, there's no amount of heat that you can't cool down. You turn it into steam and into energy. You don't, like, I mean, if it's aqua tuning, you're not really getting a whole lot of. But if you are using it to cool it right down, yeah, it's pretty solid. If you can convert those volcanoes, sure. Seems great. Just I'll rotate the air. Well, because the aqua tuner makes the steam that much hotter. It's just easier to make steam with the aqua tuner. It produces so much heat and allows you to cool everything else at the same time. That's where your cooling comes in. Like that's the aqua tuner makes sure that you have enough heat for the steam and lets you cool the rest of the base with the excess. That's what the loop is about. Once you get steel and aqua tuners, you can delete all the heat you need. It can be a long road to get there. Don't get me wrong. It's so much heat and cooling. Every pit that goes through is 14 degrees per piece of water. So it's got to put that somewhere. Tough to maintain steam without an aqua tuner unless you have a ton of magma. I feel like we finally got a handle on this, so... Okay, let's go ahead and pop that up there. I don't really want to pop this into a separate grid. We're going to need to make this its own thing here. Let's do that now. I need more stuff here. I probably need a couple power transformers right now. Well, they finally buried Steve. Good job, boys. Okay, yeah, we got enough water here now. This was the major problem with this planet, was there wasn't a renewable source of water here. But we have so much water in Dapina from all the salt water that we can ship it out at will. We're going to ship to other planets too. Well, this is an inverted planet here. But we need this sulfur or I can't continue to run the Grubhub stuff. Which is a major source of food. This is the food producing planet. There's 500,000 kcals here in this planet. Okay. The peanut produces enough food too. But I've actually had to cut food production. We have so much stored up. And I don't want the dupes here focused on food so much as him on Amnorama. This is a ranching food world. This also has the gas fire vent. So if we're going to cook here. There's no water here. For unrenewable coal, actually, we've got enough farming that we're actually pulling ahead on the coal, too. We're up to 48 tons. For non-renewable resources here. The big thing was just water, which we're pulling from another planet. We don't have any oil at all anywhere yet. Or enough Drecos up. Or any Drecos up, really, in any kind of abundance. It's going to take a while for the Drecos to populate here. Every one of these planetoids has a deficiency in some way that you have to overcome with the other planetoids. Dirt you can get from polluted. You can renew dirt. It's slow, but you can renew it. The dirt piles produce dirt. I do want to get off dirt, though, but I mean, we have just so much dirt. We have 300 tons of dirt on Dampino alone. Like, you have so much dirt. The compost piles make dirt, by the way. So it's not like it doesn't renew. They can. There's no geysers on this planet here. So for this planet, the unrenewable resource was water, for the most part. And since I'm relying mostly on bristle blossoms at this point, I felt like a bit of a waste. In fact, time to ditch the mealwood. Well, you don't really use abyssalite for much. With the ranching, most things are renewable. Probably rock. Well, you get magma vents, though. It's all renewable to some extent. Just depends on how much energy you want to expend renewing it. That might be a better way of putting it. Alright, they have successfully deconned that. I'd like to get this payload in. It's got a bunch of sand in it, although we don't really need it. The important thing is we have this access to this aluminum. Both this battery and the automation. I would really like them to get this done. These 3 wires are probably what's holding us back the most. And this one. Diamond you can make with the press. You could make diamond with this thing. This pressurized forging makes diamond. So you can make diamond. Okay. We have some semblance of power now. Start burning hydrogen for our power. Once we get this up, we should be okay. Not enough power to start this up yet. I'm gonna have to put another generator here. I don't want to interrupt any of the lines, so I'm going to put a manual generator here for just to kickstart this line up. We should be good to go. Once we start this gas pumping again, this gen should provide most of what we need. Hey. Again, I gotta kickstart this. I don't like it on that side at all. I think we'll do this. Hold on. We won't do that wire there. Put in a joint plate. This is probably better. Do that, and then up. Deconstruct these power wires here. Here. And then we'll run the line here. And then we'll use this to power the rest of this. Hook it in. I don't really use the brain recharge very much. I know there's a way to renew it. I'm coming back to this game because I played in the early access when it was really new, before most of the expansions came out, or the updates. And I had gotten very, very far to a point where there wasn't much left to do. I never finished the game. Which is why I'm back now while we wait for Anomaly and Rimworld to come out. So much carbon dioxide. Amazing what one carbon schooner can do. Good job, sweetie. Good tiger. It's infinite. We have a vent right here. This is magma. It gives I think igneous rock. It does matter. We will actually probably use most of this magma for steam for power generation. We want to get to the surface here, although maybe not. Once we start exporting plug slugs out of this planet, our energy needs will be pretty much taken care of. These things provide 1,600 watts at night when they're live and happy. And they exude hydrogen gas. They also will eat refined metal. So, and honestly, you know what? The one thing that is not renewable is ore. That's not renewable. So the stuff like cobalt ore and aluminum ore, that stuff is not renewable. That's the only thing that's really not renewable. You can't make any more of it. Once it's gone, it's gone. And some things you can only make out of ore. I need a super hard digger. There's not a lot of point in giving these guys any more stuff here, although doesn't matter that much. Why do I have a researcher on this planet? I should probably send Liam back. Guys tend to be pretty happy where they're at. Maybe making a lot more decorations. But until we get refibers, it's not a lot of point. Okay. Once this gets connected, we'll start generating a lot more power. Ore is the great non-renewable resource. There's no way to make more of it. It doesn't fall from the sky, except uranium does. Apparently I don't have a farmer right now. Yeah, you get the volcanoes. Well, the vents will spit out refined metal. Like that copper and those 2 golds, that's refined metal that it spits out. It's not ore. So, ore is what's not renewable. You will run out of ore at some point. If you play long enough. There's really no way around it. Who saved all this uranium for later? We don't get some oxygen production here, we're going to have some more problems. I was hoping that we could use the polluted water off-gassing, but I don't feel like it's off-gassing fast enough. I don't know if cobalt volcano exists or not. That's a good question. We ask a lot of good questions. All right, that'll work. Need to get a rancher in here so that we can start using these plug slugs. It's the major source of power on this planet. Not this. I don't know. I'm going to finish the game, and then I'm pretty much done with it once we get to finish Spaced Out. Anomaly's coming out. That's what we've been waiting for a long time. When that comes out, we'll be in good shape. We have enough battery power for now, at least. Yeah, we have enough hydrogen up here. It'll work just fine. 17% breathability is not ideal. Oh. I am on Twitch and YouTube. It's correct. It's multicast. Because I have 2 gig fiber and 2 computers. Yes, I am. This is the crux of the matter here. Once this tile gets in, we'll be in good shape. Everything will fall into place once that tile gets put in. Alright. We need a rancher in Makora. What we need. And there is a rancher. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers at this point. So. Just got Critter Ranching 1, and the drawback is not terrible. So, welcome to the team. Now we can start getting these plug slugs wrangled into the pen. This is going to solve all the power problems right now. We have access to 2 plug slugs right now. I don't know if that's, I mean, Spaced Out's not the same as the main game. Like, in the main game, your star map looks a lot different than this. It's, like, tiered all the way up. In Spaced Out, it's all about small planetoids and making lots of stuff and you know, going through this whole area. I don't know where the rift is. So. Thank goodness. Got a rancher. Whenever we get done with these temp shift plates, we should start to get some more heat up. Okay. The energy problem for this should be solved shortly. Here we go. So once we kickstart this, this transformer is already up. Yeah, good job. Why are we running out of power so quick here? I got this the wrong way. Idiot. Hey, thanks, buddy. There's a lot of videos. I've been streaming for a long time. I mostly do, well, I used to do RimWorld stuff, but colony builders at hard difficulties are kind of my thing. My favorite. I knew I did something wrong here. Let's see if we fix this without doing too much damage. Yeah, we're gonna need to shift this around the other direction. I'll have to do that. Hold on. I can do this. Let's decon these. And this one. We won't decon the transformer. We'll just shift this heavy watt up here. And decon this one. Hey, thanks there, Biotech. Oh, welcome to the channel. I don't suppose you're a RimWorld fan, because that's mostly what we do here. But I do like Oni a lot. It's one of my favorite games that I never get to play. Thank you very much, there, Biotech. Biotech Alpha. I'm sure some people will enjoy not having commercials. I try and put the commercials as low as possible, so you guys don't have to watch them. I can only do so much, though. I don't want to put her into a deficit. I'm gonna have to give her a building. She has the critter wrenching one, which is all we really wanted for her. Plug slugs. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. You'll see him at night, which means we're gonna want more battery power. All right, so that solves the vast majority of our power problems now. Someone has a wire on here that doesn't work yet. These, it's okay. We'll be replacing them soon enough. Mostly colony sims here. RimWorld's a big one for us. We just finished Against the Storm on the hardest difficulty. Mostly colony builders. That's our main thing here. Games that are like this. Although sometimes we'll play some roguelites also. I don't do this for a living, so I like to just hang out and play with a small number of people, although we have had up to 100 people on this channel before, depending on what game we play. I expect to get back up to 30 or 40 a night when we stream RimWorld again. Like this run, we started in the small radioactive planet. I like it. For me, the harder it is, oh, then you're gonna love the content. We've done everything in RimWorld. We've done naked genie on the ice sheet at 500% Randy Random. We've done that same thing. Well, almost the same thing on. Yeah, we've done everything. We've done everything in RimWorld you could possibly imagine. All the previous casts in RimWorld have some of the hardest runs ever been done. It took 3 or 4 months to do one of the runs. I like it. Honestly, I like it. I like the harder it is, the more challenging it is, the more I enjoy it. I don't like it to be easy. I like the interplay of the economy for this, how it's working. We have to solve this pressure problem. Good news is our power is taken care of. That's the good news. We have access to all the power we can need now. Once you have access to power, everything else is pretty easy to do. I'm thinking about just putting a bunch of water on the floor here. Well, you have to. Like here, we've got it set up so that we are sending water from Dampina through to Abnoromona, which we have set up as the food production world. But without this water line, this whole world dies. In fact, my first playthrough, this whole world died because we didn't have a water line. So we're going to be shipping critters over here to ranch them, and then we'll ship them out again. We got to get to this magma to do that, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We've also got all this extra research for payloads and things you have to go into space for. This is what I want next, this interplanetary launcher. It launches cargo. So these payloads that are now scattered all over the planet, like this over here. Or is it on Makora? Yeah. Like these things, they land in one spot. Oh, the multiplayer mod for RimWorld is awful. I hate it so much. We tried it one time. It was just abysmal. It was an abysmal experience. We thought it'd be better than it was. It just wasn't. We all hated it. I mean, it's cool to play with the streamer, but like, if the game sucks, then the game sucks, you know? The multiplayer mod is terrible. Truly, truly terrible. I don't think so. This game is... These colony builders tend to be really complicated. Especially things that are set up that are physics-based. I mean, they could do it, but your computer would have to be like mine. Like, just stupidly good. Like, out of it. Like, you'd have to spend $5 grand on your computer just to get it to run right. I'm down to one outhouse. And things like RimWorld, they get so complex, and they break a lot. Especially when you talk about mods. Like I have mods. This is the standard speed for slow for us is double speed for the standard game. That's 5x. And this is like, you know, 15x right there. I'm okay with the idleness. In fact, we could actually prepare another ranch here. These are all going to be ranches, all of them, of various animals. So this is our ranching planet. Yes, there are so many ways for things to go wrong in Oni. And it may look like everything's fine, but let's just say we got some salt water in this area, or I didn't have this filter here to make sure that this was filtering out water. We got some polluted water in there. And this starts to break. And once this starts to break and these start to break down, the oxygen starts to disappear and it just cascades. And then pretty soon, everything's dying. And you're like, what happened? Well, yeah, that happened. You had a problem. What are we coming in at? We're coming in at 31 and leaving at 29. We are not enough. We need to extend this loop out through the frozen core a bit more. Let's do that. Alright, they'll get done with this, and then we'll loop more radiant through here. This is a lot of loop, though. I might lose some pipes initially. You have to have a lot of systems. You have to anticipate the problems that are going to be coming and head them off before they get there. Like the temperature is a big problem right now, and we're not shipping any more water out, and we're definitely not cooling down enough. So this, we're gonna have to disable the salt water coming in. This water over here is getting hotter because we keep using up the cold water and more keeps coming in. So we definitely have a heat issue, which we can only really solve temporarily by this. But what we need is plastic and steel for the long-term solving. I can't use this vent until I get some plastic or steel because it'll just, the pump will just melt. I don't even have any gold yet. It's in this other planet that we still haven't quite tamed yet. Not in this one, yeah. It's in Makora. But once we get this all set up, we'll be in good shape. But we're kind of on a clock in a lot of ways, a heat clock, because entropy will kill us. I've saved up a lot of food so that we don't have to deal with a good amount of it, but if these don't maintain a certain temperature, then we'll just run out of food. The best thing we can probably do is to heat up this water, which I think we might be able to afford now that I think about it. We have access to this. It's 960 watts for a tepid geyser, and that's expensive. This water is sitting down against this rock, which is, you know, ice cold. That's the big thing. If we can heat this water up, it'll transfer heat through this whole area. We run pipe this way. That's a massive amount of energy, and I'm not sure that we can really afford it right now. Can't remember what's on this planet. Let's see. Makora has a gold volcano, a cobalt volcano, polluted oxygen vent, copper, and natural gas. So there is a cobalt volcano. There it is. Now you know. Well, I could just let this fill up. We will eventually need all this water, though. So getting it stacked up now is something that's fine. We can deal with the heat. I chose our starting world to have a frozen core. I ran them until I got a frozen core. Specifically so that I could deal with the heat. Because starting on this planetoid, it's such a very long time to get plastic and steel. We need iron. We're just missing iron. I've saved up so much poker shell molt. Like, I had a lot of poker shells earlier on this planet. But we have I have a lot of lime that I saved up too. Yeah, so apparently we have like 116 tons of lime. It's not in the box, but they're there somewhere. Hey, thanks for following, buddy. My major mistake in the last 2 colonies was not getting these solar panels up fast enough. But I've got them up fast enough. I ran out of coal on this planet. And I had robbed this planet of all of its coal. Instead of relying on ranching. We have 500,000 calories on this one. So, Dampina's not going to run out of food. Like, we could completely lose food production, which is probably going to happen. And as long as we maintain a comfortable temperature, heater will be okay. This will start to cool it down again. I wouldn't worry too much about this. We'll cool this water down, and then we'll start pumping salt water out again. But this liquid pump is going to melt at some point. It's because it's not made out of gold. We have 2 reed fibers, and hopefully we get more soon. I can ship those off to the other planet to make Atmo suits. Alright, back to Makora. This is the planet we really have to tame. I don't have a bed for him. I'm going to make this a bedroom. Just for him. Needs a light to sleep. Anyway, see the plug slugs? They plug in. If they're wild, they do 400. They usually do more than 400, though. I know they do a lot if they're supposed to be if they're groomed and happy. Maybe I need something else for them. But they'll completely recharge the batteries at night. They're all full. We'll put a couple more down. Alright, I can't really use this water to make oxygen. It's going to be a problem. But then again, how can I not use it to make oxygen? I was hoping to use rust, but I don't see any salt anywhere. There's coal. We don't really have a power problem. I think there's a press that we can make out of the mud. Into refinement. Sludge press. There we go. What do we get out of this? We get... we get water. We can get water out of the mud. We have a lot of mud. If we do that, and we get water out of the mud, then it's possible to use it for oxygen generation. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. And in the interim, let's go ahead and make this a full reservoir. They do, 100%. They do bottle. They off-gas quite a bit. I'm trying not to use it so much, though. I already have a hydrogen set up here, though, so I don't see why I wouldn't keep using that. These things excrete hydrogen, too. I don't want to have to manage, bottles of stuff on the floor. Rather make a system that I don't have to worry about later on, because we're going to end up with 10 colonies here at the end of this. Like there's so many planets in this scenario that we chose. It's the Slim Chances one. There's like 9 or 10 planetoids, and on the first one you get a larger asteroid, but there's only like 6 or 5. Okay, so we'll change mud to dirt and water forever, and then we will output this back here. Fine. And we're never going to use this for polluted mud to polluted dirt and water. Just make sure that we don't ever do that. Okay. Now we have a little aquifer. You guys are just not having a good time here. I need one of these guys to be a cook. Not gonna happen. Alright, so now we have a source of water that's not exactly renewable, but plentiful. Okay, and now that we have water, we can make oxygen. Okay. I know I'm putting a fair amount of load on this line, but we don't use a lot of it. This needs to go to Ruby. It's Ruby's private room now. This is probably the next thing that I want to deal with. This whole thing. And we need to isolate the slime from everything else. I don't have any chlorine, so I can't bring any slime into the colony. But everything else we can bring in. and we shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to have to block this off in a minute. I'd like to get the rest of this polluted water out of there so that we have a clean area to work with. But provided that I don't hit any of the slime lung areas, it should be okay to get this out first before I start clearing out slime. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and pop this all the way up like that. Once you get slime lung in the colony, it's fucking brutal to try and get out. But we can get most of this water out right now. Without touching any of the slime. Or any of the slime lung. Damn it, Catalina. Keeping dupes alive on this planet is fucking nuts. Now, down to the researcher and the builder. Or the builder and the digger. So I know the cook now. So apparently that's going to be there, and... she can't cook. There. It'll have to be that way. Congratulations, Marie. Maybe we'll get some food in point 3. I really can't support more than 4 dupes on this. Until we get the heat up, it's going to be slow going here. I'm out of food here. Okay, so we have oxygen coming out now. This should flood this whole area with oxygen. Everything we need. Push the hydrogen way up here. Ideally, I'd like to get the hydrogen up here. Let's clear that out. So for food in the interim, let's see where we can just grab some meat there. Anything we can do to keep these guys alive for a bit longer. There's some meat here too. This isn't such a problem here. I'm probably going to take Ren in this planetoid. I don't need him in the other one. I need a farmer. So we'll take Ren here. Two constructors is not bad to have. Yeah, farmer cooking the other one. That's okay. This thing is ready for harvest. Let's not uproot that yet then. There we go. Now they have access to some food. These should start to come in pretty quickly now that we have the pressure problem solved. I think I'm going to put in some more vents here. Yeah, let's get a wrangle another slug too. 2 slugs. Nice. You can always kill this packer too for food. Couple things is charred there. Okay, so this is a good basin to consolidate all of the water down into later. I might want to start doing that now. Because if I drop this stuff down now, it's going to overflow. Oh, the Grubhub preserves. You guys clean up Catalina? Is that possible? Let's do that. Let's get her buried. There, Mari. Good. Picked up 1,000 grams of Catalina. Excellent. These two? I mean, this is a tough planet to colonize, so dupes die. I mean, I've got 2 dupes that are just still sitting here dead from suffocation because, you know, they sacrificed themselves to get this deep into here trying to get to this oxygen. I almost had it with Steve, but he went up instead of down. He would have had plenty of oxygen. I just needed someplace to put these graves. So, dupes die on these missions. It happens. It's always fun. I don't think you can. I don't really have that option. There's 4 dead. There's 4 graves here, by the way. It's not just 2. This planet has no real food until you can deal with the heat. I don't have any super hard digging to get this hydrogen out, which would be a good amount of heat for this area. So I've been relying on space heaters and getting these temp shift plates up, but it is slow going. So I'm burning water and dirt basically on micro mushers and care packs to keep these guys alive. This planet has an abundance of resources. It's all dirty, but it's there. So it's not like we have a big problem getting food and having access to power is nice too. All right, see, there's the 1600 and for these guys. So 1600 if they are, the happiness is 4. Yeah, if they're no longer wild, if they are domesticated, they do 1600 watts of power. It's so much power. It's like so much power. You never need any other power source in these guys. I will bury them. I mean, 100% will bury them. They're gonna get buried. That's not even a problem. In fact, I could actually make Atmos suits now. We should probably do that now that I have a couple reed fibers, because we can start to colonize that planet now. Why is this unreachable? What do you mean unreachable? I can't seem to reach that now. It's weird. Okay, well, let's build another ladder here. Fine. No, they can't seem to get out somewhere. Oh, I have this locked. I locked this? Oh, that was dumb. No wonder why. Okay. In at 30, 32. Once this loop is done, we'll go ahead and start making some more water loops through here. I don't know if we want to start out with radiant pipes though, because that is a lot of cooling at once. Might just use some normal pipes and make them thermally reactive. But the air is the same temperature as the pipe now, so we're not getting any cooling out of it. Okay, let's go to... she's identified an asteroid. Back to Makora. Okay, so we're making water. Clean water. This is the first time I've ever used a sludge press, so kind of excited. We're gonna get this cleaned out and this set up. Look at all this water down here, so we have some place that we can use it. It'll allow us to get all the water this way, and the rest of these slug plugs up here. It'd be a good source of food, as well as hydrogen. I don't think we're going to have any kind of power problems now, so we can go hog wild with power. Whatever we want to build. Exosuit Forge now in the main planet. That's our next objective. That rec room's huge. The Forge takes a good amount of power. I would prefer to put it in the industrial section somewhere. But one thing that we are kind of running out of is space. We have some room there. We'll do it there then. It's getting kind of hot. Running off of water weed is nice to be able to do, provided we keep enough bleach stone up, because it survives in quite warm temperatures, where the rest of the stuff is not. I have six graves now here. I had 4. Let's see if we can drop the water table a little bit. Give us a little more room to work with. And we got to move the bedrooms too. This needs to be an industrial area. So, yeah. I'd like to get probably... We have such a little amount of room. We have to get this cleared out of all the slime and the slime lung. I can't get rid of the slime lung without chlorine. What I could do, what I will do probably, is I will vent this entire area out to the vacuum space. Then I'll get rid of the slime lung. It'll get rid of everything. It'll get rid of the slime lung too. It's not how that works. You can't just decide to put an Atmos suit near a grave. I don't have access to radiation other than from space. Not in this planet. Every planetoid has their own issue. I want access to this food still, so. Let's get a pack of filet. This thing's ready too. So we're finally getting some food in. That's fine. Who is trapped? Oh, you're not. Oh, why do you keep locking this? Fucking door keeps locking. I don't even know why it's not open all the time. It should be open all the time. Okay, Ruby. We're gonna solve that in a second here with this chard and this Paku. It's these. What priorities? Who's farming here? Should be Bonnie. Let's get their schedules straight too. Put her on second shift. Put that night shift. I don't want them all on the same shift. They're not using the toilets at the same time. And eventually the bathrooms. And this needs to be destroyed right now. Okay. To get her some sleep. Okay. Got some food. The stress is still 100%. I can't do anything about that right now. Do I have 5 dudes? Yeah, I need another cot. Let's put one right there for now. Okay. This is almost about done. Should give us enough room here to work with. The main concern is this water doesn't overflow into the base. We keep it nice and steady down there. So the food situation is now solved for the most part. I mean, this is a good amount of food for what we have here. That's a lot of bog jelly. And it's not as bad as meal ice, so we do need to make sure this is in carbon dioxide. Let's go ahead and fix that now. That should be good enough. This little lip here. Still zero food. Okay. We're also having a power problem too. We're using a bit too much. Not producing enough. Need to focus on one place. Let's turn the space heater off. Oh, we can get super hard digging. Okay, that solves a lot of problems. We need super duper hard digging, but we got super hard digging now. It means we can get through a lot of this other stuff. We can get down to coal. Now we can do coal. Carbon dioxide's getting to here. Also, let's go ahead and break this up for now. Since I need the carbon dioxide to fall that way. Let's go ahead and cut through here. And then we'll cut down this way. And get to this coal. If we can get some coal, that'll be power. And that'll be heat too. This is a decent amount of coal. This will set us up for a while. More water, livable area. But I think coal is probably what we want the most. And then we'll set up power over here. And drop the carbon dioxide down there. Coal generator. Well, I guess we need a line. Need to use heavy watt. We can do it here. Yeah, we can still do it here. I don't have enough for another battery, though. I can refine. Yeah, we can refine iron. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, there should be enough oxygen, ambient oxygen, to sustain us for a while, because the carbon dioxide will still float down here. There's none right now, it's all trapped here. Let them take care of that. Head back to here. Okay. These are pretty good dupes. This would give us... I don't like anemic though. Them being so slow is terrible. This gives us some calories, but that's about it. It's not enough. This is a really good dupe. A really good dupe. That's a cook. Let's take her. She can print. She can print food. I need her to grill. I need her to cook. That's this micro musher for now. I don't have any power. The good news is this is just one way, so I can go ahead and put this generator to max, and this one to max, and they should get after it. Let's go ahead and stop this for now. So we get food taken care of. Alright, it's so much hydrogen. We do something with this power. We have a lot of cobalt, but pump that into something. The question is what we're going to do with all this power. I guess the answer is nothing until we get enough space, right? That's good enough. I'm out of aluminum ore. Oh, let's fix that. Let's fix that little problem right now. Yuck. Slime. But it's exposed to space, so slime monk should die fairly quickly. It's getting colder. And we'll be exposing all this to space. Kill off all the slime lung. Means that we need to brick this up. All right, that's about all I can do right now to get this water out. Oh. I'm gonna clear this all out and then vent it. I'll brick this up so that we don't lose any more gas. Dislocations. Now, these guys can go out there and mine this stuff, bring it back, but they gotta be really careful. I lost a dupe already with that. Wouldn't mind having some oxalite back in. This is the pain in the ass on this planet, though. Dealing with the meteors. You'd have a whole setup in a regular game to deal with this, but you can't really do that here. And if it gets too hot, we just have to decon the whole building. Two Drekos, finally. Eventually we'll get this core done, this coal generator done. Until I can do that, I can't really get this rock crusher enabled because we don't have enough power to run it. Coal's a good stable source of power, which we're going to need to go get if we're going to actually use it. Bonnie and Makora, what was her deal? She's our farmer. And I think she already has. No. Go ahead to ranching. Ada had the ranching already, so I don't care so much about that. But we do want to get more tending up. We'll move into cooking soon. Okay, so we've blocked this off. And I'm going to need to kind of block the rest of this off too. Alright, let's go ahead and start clearing all this out. It's going to be a bit of a pain. As long as we leave the slime in here, shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, 'cause all the slime lung's dead. Base exposure. If we get any slime lung in the colony, it's going to be bad, at least. think I need to put an airlock in here just in case I have to get in. I think I should have access to the space. Let's do that. Let's put in a manual airlock here. Something that we have. And we'll break this off. That's probably a better idea overall. And then we can just ban them from coming in this way. Before we start doing all the slime lung. Okay, I think we're ready for it now. Start clearing it all out. Every bit of it. I'm thinking I'm just going to burn the hydrogen because we have so much of it now. Oh, she clearly don't have a power problem, so... These are not very good ones. What I can do is I can give them to a bundle. And they can crack these eggs. For some food. We're not going to just straight up put the radiant piping in. It's probably too much cooling. I don't want the pipes to burst. We'll put some thermally reactive regular piping in for now. See how that plays out. There's a lot of polluted oxygen we're getting up here from these. Get rid of these guys. I guess I could just make deodorizers. It's only 5. We have tons of sand. Let's just do that. Put a couple of them over here. I already have power running through there, so why not? Oh, this thing. I don't think we need to do that right now. Let's shut this all off. This is a huge waste of power. I've been let running forever. I mean, this is like 2,200, 2,300 worth of power. Like an enormous amount. Maybe only 1,000. Still, it's a lot. We're exposed to space here, so you don't have to worry so much about getting the slime lung out. It's already exposed. All the gas is slowly going to the vacuum over here. And once all the slime lung's gone, we can move in. Go ahead and brick this up over here. Start cleaning this whole area up. And slime gives us algae. And algae gives us cleaner oxygen for a while. We have too much here. I don't want to use our water. Water's kind of precious right now. Till later. Go ahead and get an algae distiller up. It'll all be safe once it's done. got the fucking slime log on it. I gotta disinfect this now. Probably should have disabled that for now. Okay, apparently you're not trapped. Need more vacuum. We're gonna get it very soon. Very stubborn bit of fluid oxygen down here. Go ahead and put the pitcher pump here. Get rid of that as soon as we can. does this keep getting locked? I'm not locking this lock. I keep making it open. So why? So weird. I like to keep it open, but we need to have an airlock there just in case something happens, like this. Some tile gets hit, like by a stray meteor, and then I have no airlock, and we just start venting. Gotta get to this coal. Solves the food problem for a little bit. So you don't have much of a food problem. Keep making food. We got mush bars, that's all we got. Once this pole is done, they'll be able to get down through here much easier. So, we have a lot of stuff here that we need to put closer to base. Let's do this. Build some storage bins here. Collect all this stuff. Put it in the bins, and then I release it closer to space. When we get it out of here, we'll be in good shape. I can't give any more here. This is a good one for the other, for Makora. That's a super duper digger. Because this bed isn't exactly stable. Let's go ahead and take this super duper digger mouth breather with 8 athletics. Mechatronics is nice to have her and constructor. I think we have enough constructors though. We want to like digger. One that starts with super duper is pretty good. Okay. None of a bed for him either. I'm just gonna have to place one wherever I can for now so we get this done. Okay, so we're gonna sweep only on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and sweep all this stuff in there. Because there can't be any more slime long. There's no more gas. And no more slime, right? We're going to do the same thing here later, but getting this living area would be really nice to have. Also give us access to this other payloads that we have, like the glass. Although we don't really need power. It's set on power, I think, for this colony forever. Okay. I'll get this oxygen started soon. We're gonna have a massive problem. We have coal though already. 285 kilos of coal. Let's do this. This will get our oxygen back together. Then we'll get another dupe back, which we'll have to do there. Okay. Alright, now that we have power. Oh, thank goodness we have power. And this will generate heat. Look at the temperature starting to come way down now. That's at 21 degrees. All right. So I have half of it being diverted through these pipes. Soon. It will be. Yeah, the temperature's coming down a bit. Now it's down to 21 degrees. Maybe some of the ice might have melted too. We have a lot of ice. Like 60 tons of ice in here. 80 tons. 100 tons. 90 tons. It's a lot. Because this is close to space, it's going to vent all that slime log out. We're almost done having to deal with that. Just a little bit of slime log left. I don't even know why I'm using this algae distiller. I mean, we don't need algae. Probably not going to use it. Although we might, but we have access to a lot of it, so yeah. Some reason why no one's delivering coal here? Like, just hope it gets done. We don't die. There's not a lot of coal. Find some more. I think we need the most help in a bundle. Just don't have enough dudes here. Operator. Super hard digging though. I think I hate anemic. Like, problem with this is he can't go anywhere. How's he going to do any digging later on with 50% run speed? Not being able to carry anything is not that bad. I mean, that's another operator. Ellie, welcome back. We'll have her operate. this slime lung is going to destroy itself fairly quickly. And then we will be A-okay here. We'll start closing this all up. We'll go ahead and take care of this now. This might melt later, so I'd like to replace this with actual tile. So, yeah, we're crowded here. We could probably murder one of these. It's a lot of galleries. Someone who is old. 22, age 5, no. Age 71, that's pretty. Age 86. Yeah, let's murder this one. Be nice to get some our bedroom space back. We don't actually have to move these, I guess. We can make sure the hydrogen comes up here and then move the power production over here. Or maybe just the gas pump over there. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but I know I want this whole space. So cramped here. We're running out of polluted water, which is insane, but we are. Fine, it's not like we don't have a boatload over here. We won't need this water lock soon either, once we get this all squared. Water lock will be something we do not need anymore. Okay, I think I know how to get out of this trap now. And it's not going to be that hard. Oh, let's go ahead and open this up again. We need to build some rocket platforms. Now that we have some extra minerals, and refined metals in those planets, we can start to build platforms. We only have to build a platform. We have enough fuel to get back there and back, so building a platform would be fine. Takes 800 kilograms of refined metal to make, so there's that, but we can make it right outside the base. It shouldn't be an issue. Contain this radiation. be in good shape. We're going to do the same thing on a bun deal. We need a lot of resources here. And we have made a good amount of iron, I think. Let's see how much we have. Okay, we haven't made any iron yet. So that's going to be our next priority. Is getting iron up. And we need not 800, so it's 16 usage of this. You know what? I could do something different. I could do something different here. And this will heat the water up. Instead of doing this, this seems like a waste. Let us... I mean, this is less power. A lot less power, though. It is such a waste of iron. Get half as much. I don't think we can afford the power production. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. 16. Okay, nice. That's going to cool down considerably. Alternating means that we have a little more time to cool down the pipe. Just a little bit. I'm fine with that. It's coming in at 20 and coming out at 18, 19. It's a degree. It's better than it was. Hey, where's Mar? Oh, you'll be fine. Okay. I don't know why this is broken. We're not getting any power without it. Okay, there we go. Our whole goal here needs to be getting up a rocket platform. Like here. We done yet? Hey! All the slime lung is gone. Okay, excellent. Good, 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 good. Very good. Let me go ahead and brick all this up. We are winning. Doing great. Fucking alien or fucking doodle arms. Okay, we can open this hydrogen vent. It's going to solve some power problems and some heat problems. So I just want food. Chocolate egg, chocolate eggs. I want the food. Fine, we're going to crack these eggs. These are things that we could actually use here long term, but I can't pass up that amount of food. Not right now. That's enough. That's enough going through here. It feels like it's fine for now. Now that we can open this hydrogen vent, we're gonna have access to a lot more power. And I know I could seal it off and then run hydrogen up, but I kind of want the heat to dissipate through here. Jesus, Kelly, how long are you gonna fucking eat for? Lord. Slowest eater ever. I'm out of rock. Sedimentary rock. Okay, we're out of water. Okay, though, we have an enormous amount of water here. And which means we don't need this pump anymore. I feel like we we're going to need to use this industrial area, so let's go ahead and run a big wire that way. Here we go. I'm definitely going to want to add another layer of tile here. I need some more shielding. I'm burning too much power at that. All right. I think this is a pretty good spot to stop at. We got the rocket platform done. Means that we can start sending resources out and bringing them back. Muck, what do they need? Food. So we'll bring a bunch of food over here first. Be a two-way ticket. We have plenty of oxygen, so once they get there, they'll fill up on oxygen and then come back. Cargo module, sand, aluminum, pickled meal. It's 1,000 grams. That looks pretty good. Only a kilogram though. Sure, let's do that. We have a lot. And then we'll go ahead and send this to the other place. Four tiles. I would need to fill it up with carbon dioxide when I got there. I don't think it's that big of a problem. We have a bunch here. Turn this into instead of a liquid pump, gas pump. Pump it all the way up. We just need enough to get back to the main planet. It's not a full refueling. And then while we're here, we can switch it out and bring back plug slugs. But that's one for the next time. So until then, peace. You have a great night. Or day, I guess now.